Welcome students to the third lecture of the railway engineering. Right. Today we are going to study about the permanent way. Right. We'll see what is permanent way and various components of it. Now, what is permanent way? A railway track of a permanent nature which handles the normal commercial traffic regularly is called as permanent way. See, the way on which the train moves, right? The traffic of the train moves, that structure, right, is called as permanent way, or the structure which is built up for the movement of trains. So that is called as permanent way. The purpose or use of permanent way is to provide permanent facilities for safe and quick movement for the normal commercial traffic between starting point to the destination station, right? So it provides a safe and quick movement of normal commercial traffic between the starting to the destination point, right? So now what you understood, what is permanent way? This is permanent way, you can see in the image, right? Whatever components that are there in this diagram, that comes under permanent way, right? This white color you can see here, right, with a slope of 1:30, it is your subgrade or embankment, you can say, right? So this is your subgrade. If that is not of if your subsoil is not good, then we go for a subgrade with a hard soil. Then we have a embankment, you can say the embankment if it is required, right? Then you have the main thing, that is ballast, right? A ballast is nothing but it is a coarse aggregate which is being placed, right? Above that you have sleepers. You might have seen the, you will see the images, don't worry. In that image you will see what are sleepers also. So sleepers are nothing but the white color rectangular boxes, right, over which the rails are being placed, which holds the rails in a place. Those are sleepers. Above that you can see the two rails with the proper gauges, with proper gauge, right? So this all components together will lead to permanent way, that is your subgrade or embankment, you can say, the ballast, your sleepers and rails. All these together will form a permanent way. The various components of permanent way are: first one is the rails, next is sleepers, right, sleepers. Then comes ballast, fitting and fastenings. To fit, when you want to fit the rails over the sleepers, and to connect the sleepers rail to rail, right, the length of the rails are up to 12 meters, so you have to connect those rails together to form a along the length of the points, right? So from the point of start to destination point, if you want to go from one point to another point, you have to connect those rails, right? So connecting those rails will be done with fastenings and fittings. And then comes your formation or embankment, you can say, right? These are your various components of permanent way. Now first function is rail, right? Rails are steel girders. You might have seen, it is not that no one is seen the railway rails and trains, right? So you might have seen the track over which you have two rails over which the train moves, right? So that is a, in technical terms you call it as a rail, or a steel girders over which train moves and transmit the wheel load of the train to the sleepers below. So what will rails do? It is first thing, it is a steel girder which helps the train to move over it. Nice. Then third point is, it will take the load from the wheel of the train and transfer it to what? Sleepers. What is below the rails? It is sleepers. So it will transfer it to the sleepers. Now coming to the sleepers. Sleepers holds the rails in the proper position and provide a gauge with the help of fittings and fastenings and transfer of train loads to the larger area of the formation below. So below this slipper, you fix it with the rails are fixed over these sleepers with the help of fastenings and fittings to connect the rails and the sleepers, right? To hold them in the correct place, you require fastenings and fittings. And also, when the movement of the train happens, there should not be any lateral movement of these rails. So what we do, we fix those rails on the sleepers with the help of the fastenings and fittings, right? So next is, and it will transfer the load to the larger area of ballast, not formation. Below will be ballast. Ballast distributes the load over the formation, right, and holds the sleepers in position and provides a uniform level surface, as they also provide a drainage to the track and transfer the train loads to the larger area below the formation. So what it does, it will take the load from the sleepers and transfer it to the formation. It will hold the sleepers in correct position. It provides a level surface for the sleepers, and also it acts as a drainage layer. Ballast, if coarse aggregates are being used, right, it acts as a drainage layer, right? So this what the works are done by the permanent way. The components are permanent way. What rails does, what sleepers does, and what ballast does. So all these are the definitions and the works of the components of permanent way. Now, how should this permanent way be? Right, as per the requirements, as per the code IRC. Gauge should be correct and uniform. Right, the levels of the rails cannot be up and down. They should be at the same level. So it is called uniform. Gauge should be level and uniform. Both the rails should be at the same level. Right, uniform the curves should be properly designed. It is designed before the construction, right? Alignment should be short, easy, safe and economical. Safe, short, easy and economical. Safe, short, easy and economical. SSEE you can say. How to remember this point? You can remember this as SSEE, right? Short, safe, easy and economical. This is how you can remember this point, right? The alignment should be SSEE, that is short, safe and easy and economical, right? Short, safe, easy and economical. EESS, right? The gradient should be even and uniform throughout the length of the track, right? The track should be resilient and elastic in order to absorb the shocks and vibrations of running. Means when the train runs over these tracks, so the track should be able to absorb those loads and the vibrations that are produced during the movement, so that it should be able to withstand, right? Permanent way should be sufficiently strong against the lateral forces. When you are moving on the curves, right, lateral loads are being applied over the train. So when you are taking over the curve, the permanent way, when the lateral load is applied, it should be stable. It should not move. It should take those lateral loads also. Designing of permanent way should be such that the loads of a train is uniformly distributed on the both the rails. On the both the rails. Right, both the rails on the sleepers which are there, they should be able to absorb the load equally distributed. It should not happen that inner or outer rail is taking more load than the other rail. This should not happen, right? These are your requirements, how your permanent weight should be, right? This is all for today's class. We will go in deep of each type of components, right? We will go in deep of the various components, right, of the permanent way. The drawing that you saw of the permanent way is very important. They will ask you to explain the components with the neat diagram. So you have to draw the diagram, list the names, and also explain them. That is important. You have to explain if they ask for explanation. So a very important question in this lecture.